Now, as requested, we're gonna be talking about someone who gets more cringe and more unwatchable as the series progresses. This man is no other than Jeremiah Fisher. And when I started watching this, I was a little confused. Why am I making a video about him? He doesn't look that bad. But then I just kept watching and watching and watching. But I thought it couldn't get any worse until season 3 rolled around and I just threw the whole show in the garbage. Now I see why I need to make a video on this dude. So just as tradition, let's get in a case file 1. This consists of him being pretty envious towards Conrad, and he would just get so worked up he would blow a firework in his direction, making fun of Belly in front of her boyfriend. And he just doesn't know how to act normal, bro. You know when there's a time and place for something? There is no time and place for him. He just constantly acts corny and goofy all the time. So Jeremiah lives in Cousin Beach with his mother, which is in Boston, and Belly, Steven, and their mother usually come to visit every summer. And for context, Belly has always had a crush on Conrad. That's why they're a little more awkward than the others. So they settle down into the house. You know, they're getting comfortable. This is when Jeremiah comes into her room and just starts begging her to go to the beach. Pretty please. And I can really see what he's doing here. This is his attempt to get closer to Bella, but unfortunately, it ain't gonna work because she still loves Conrad. Then later on, Conrad would be invited to the beach bonfire because how else are you going to start summer vacation? And Belly wasn't invited, of course, because her big brother Steven said no. But you know she going anyway. So when she pulls up to the beach, her brother just starts getting all pissed and just kind of starts pushing her, and then she falls, and look who we have here. Conrad. Belly's first love is with another girl. But don't worry, Jeremiah is here. And this is the perfect opportunity for him to make a move or comfort her. But nah, he just leaves. And later on, he's gonna be talking about some "you were never available." Bro, she's right here. This is when she has a little reunion with Cam. And then they start dating, so they're a thing now. And we already know what people in relationships do. They go on dates. And Cam takes her on a date where you like drive in and you sit in your car and watch a movie. Like a drive-in date. But this is where we see just a little bit of Jeremiah's corniness. Even though it was Conrad's idea to pull up next to them while they were on the date. Because what is Jeremiah doing? What grade are we in? And then when she gets mad, this man's just smiling like, oh, what did we do? We're just here to mess with you. Like bro, this is lame. Get out of here. And yeah, you could say this wasn't even Jeremiah's idea, but him and Steven were the ones that were pretend kissing, so like, that's kind of worse if you ask me. But that was a little tame. Let me fast forward a little bit to where Jeremiah was actually on some cornball activity. So Belly's boyfriend gets invited to have dinner with all of them. How sweet. This is where we also learn Bella's boyfriend is a vegetarian. The boys ask him why, and he's just like, you know, I like animals. You know, he's into whales and stuff. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see what Jeremiah has to say about this.
You know, actually, Belly eats meat. So you let her kiss you with those lips?
Guys, stop.
And the thing is, you would think he would stop there, but he doesn't stop. He keeps egging her on, bro. And I really mean, he just keeps dragging it, bro. Like, look.
Just touch a dead animal, and then those dead animal lips touch your lips, right?
Like, bro, it wasn't funny the first time. Why is it funny the second time? And why are the adults at the table not even saying anything? It's the fact her brother's sitting right next to him. He's not even saying nothing. He's actively letting this slide. And what Cam decides to do is actually pretty good, you know, something I would do, you know, because I'm a calm, reasonable guy. So he tells them, yeah, I don't really care about all that. And then he gives her a kiss. And Jeremiah, definitely envious that wasn't him, pretends to gag. Steven joins in too because, haha, funny. Yeah, we're moving on. These boys are cornballs. So previously, it was actually Bella's 16th birthday. So they all decide to get her a gift, except Conrad, even though he does have the gift, but I guess he's still in love with her and all that, you know, some underlying reason. This is when Bella's best friend Taylor comes along too. Yeah, she's pretty much a handful. So they go back to the house. They start playing in the pool. This is when the girl that was at the beach with Conrad pulls up, Nicole. And to celebrate her 16th birthday, she invites her out to a party. So I guess they're friends now. Bella, of course, brings Cam, and look, they even have a whole surprise for her when she gets there. This is where I also find out Jeremiah's bi. Well, it checks out. Good for him. But don't worry, he still finds it in his day to ruin Bella's night.
Hey, this one goes out to Kim Cameron and our favorite little belly button.
Like, you know that cringy thing guys be doing when they like a girl, bro? Just doing anything for approval. I don't even know why he did this, man. I mean, Cam doesn't seem too bothered by it, but if it was me, yeah, I'm walking out of there, bro. Get out of here with that. And as you can see, it's basically just gonna be a trend of Jeremiah trying to get Bella's attention until one night Bella and Conrad decide to watch the fireworks. And Bella's like, does everyone hate me now because she kind of ruined the whole birthday thing when she got back home? Yeah, she got pretty drunk. And remember that present he didn't give Bella? He finally admits, yeah, it was for her. Jeremiah even walks out because he has nothing else better to do. And Bella and Conrad, they start getting really close. So you know what Jeremiah does? He decides to light up a firework and blast it in their direction. That ought to show him. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this jealousy and envy he has for his brother never ends. And you're about to see how rent-free and envious he can really get. He's a cornball. Afterwards, Bella has to practice for the debutante ball. And of course, Jeremiah crashes it because he has nothing else better to do. Like, bro, such a cornball.
We had a code brown. Yeah, we lost the keys to the chemical closet.
Yeah, then afterwards Bella would hang out with Cam and break up with him. And let me just tell you, I have a whole nother segment about Bella, bro, because she's in the same ballpark of cornball activities with Jeremiah, with her three main love interests, Jeremiah, Conrad, and that damn house. So after crashing her whole practice ball, right, it would be late at night, she would be going out for a swim, and Jeremiah takes this perfect opportunity to confess his feelings for her. So they start kissing and making out. That boy Jeremiah is winning right now. So now that he's finally winning her over, this is the perfect opportunity for him to go to the ball with her. So that's exactly what they do. And the boys even put on a good dance. Everything's going great. But now that it's time to do the dance they all practice, Jeremiah instead takes his mom's phone and goes outside. And this is where we get a little plot twist. Even though there were signs early on, yeah, his mom has cancer. Pretty sad stuff. And their mom, Suzanne, has just been hiding it this whole time because she didn't want to be a burden to everyone. And when I got to this part, I was like, wait, why do you guys want me to make a video on this dude? He seems normal right now. Yeah, that's till I got to season 3, man. Meanwhile, since Jeremiah low-key just bailed on her, Conrad has to step up and dance with Bella. Because if I can't dance with Jeremiah, let's dance with his brother. Great. So Jeremiah just watches them dance, and then he tries to pull Conrad aside. He's like, I gotta talk to you about something though. But Conrad in his head already knows his mom has cancer, and he probably just figured out, oh, he probably wants to talk to me about mom's cancer. But he says not right now. Oh, that's understandable, elder brother. So this whole time you knew she had cancer. And then he socks him. Like, I understand Jeremiah got riled up here, so I don't hold too much against him, but he's kind of just doing a little too much. But hey, who am I to say the right reaction to your mom getting cancer? But I think a start would be, you know, not ruining Bella's night and not fighting with your brother right now. I don't think that's the appropriate opportunity to express all your emotions, man. And so because of that dance, Bella and Conrad again are a thing, and they kiss. Oh my god, Jeremiah, man, you're not winning this battle, bro. I generally thought he was gonna be the one to end up with her. The way, what was the point of watching the first 2 seasons? That wasted my time. All right, let's just jump into case file 2. This will be the last case file, because when I tell you nothing happens in season 2, man, you could skip this season. They're just fighting over a house. And this is gonna consist the juiciest of details. This consists of cheating on Belly, breaking up with Belly, calling off a wedding, ignoring Belly, not knowing how to change a car tire, proposing to Belly, and having the corniest of corny one-liners I have ever heard. So the start of season 2, there's a theme. They basically jump back from the present and the past. You can usually tell this when the bells ring, or it just doesn't make sense what's going on screen, but I'll catch you up to date. Remember when they were kissing? Yeah, they decided to become a couple now, officially. And you're probably asking, what about Jeremiah? They were kissing in the pool. They went to the dance and stuff. Yeah, I was asking the same thing, but Bella knows what she's doing, right? She's obsessed with her first love anyway, so whatever. So the first thing they have to do is tell Jeremiah this news. Let's see how he handles it. He'll handle it just great.
You know, I was just a distraction to keep you busy while you waited for Conrad. I'm glad it finally happened for you, Belly.
Yeah, that didn't go well at all. And I can't even blame Jeremiah here, quite honestly. Is he gonna give up on Bella? No. So Bella tells Conrad what happened, and they just end up putting their relationship on hold for the meantime. Like I was just saying, those events happened in the past, because the present timeline, Suzanne's dead. Rip Suzanne. Poor Jeremiah and Conrad. Belly and the gang graduate high school, and Bella and Conrad are already broken up. Great. And now Belly and Jeremiah are talking on the phone because Conrad is not answering his phone. Bro, Conrad is such a damn hassle this whole, oh my god. So you know what that means. They go on the rescue Conrad retrieval arc. So Bella and Jeremiah go to his dorm. Of course, he's not there. So they decide to go to the beach house in Cousins, because where else would he be, right? But during all of this, Jeremiah would just be acting like a brat, like quite literally. All this nonchalant he got going on, bro, it gotta stop. Bella's like, you want me to come with you? He's like, I didn't need you to come here. I could do this by myself. But deep down, he knows damn well he wants her to come. Bro, cut that out, bro. So they go on a road trip, right? Their tire ends up popping, and he gets pissed as hell. So he decides to call some guys to handle this, but Bella's like, wait, I know how to change a tire, actually. Now, I don't actually think him not knowing how to change a tire is corny or cringe or anything. It's just the way he was acting, bro, this whole time. Because my mom personally taught me how to change a tire when my tire popped. So Bella helping him out here is actually great.
Can't get any more self-explanatory.
Fuck!
Like, bro, calm down. You're just changing the tire. It's not that stressful. But we know that's not why he's stressed. He's still a little salty about Conrad, so he just lets Bella have it and lets all his feelings out.
I had Dad and Conrad sort of, but I needed you, and you just weren't there. You left me.
I know this is supposed to be sad and everything, but he's quite literally eating her ear. Like, my brother, back up, bro. So they finally get to the house. They see Conrad, and he couldn't answer the phone because he's been busy trying to save the house. I don't think answering one phone call would have been that hard, but yeah. But apparently the house is getting sold by Suzanne's sister. Why she decides to sell the house? Because she doesn't like the memories she had there, I guess, or something like that. So Bella and Jeremiah go on a mission to save the house. They meet up with her, and it backfires because it doesn't work at all.
Is this about the house?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I've decided to move ahead with the sale.
Then they meet Sky. Oh, brother. So eventually, now they're all at the house. You know, she's getting ready to sell it. They even got the seller here. But Steven decides to break the AC. And he's like, oh no, the AC doesn't work. So now she has to fix the AC. And she's like, the least y'all could do is get out of my hair for a few hours. So they go to an amusement park, right? But that was only a ploy so she can move everything out the house when they get back. What kind of villainous act was this, bro? Nah, she low-key evil. And basically get kicked out too. So now they don't have a place to stay. Also, Bella's ex-boyfriend's here, Cam. They had picked him up at the amusement park because he works there and he just spent the whole day with them. Isn't he supposed to be working though? So now that they're stranded, Cam's like, actually, we can go to the country club. My mom works there and I got the code. So they go in there and Bella and Jeremiah having their little romantic moment, right? They even all decide to go outside to have a little ride on the golf cart and chill. This is when they all play truth or dare and Sky dares Bella and Jeremiah to kiss.
You know, you're too old for that kind of shit.
I mean, that was your opportunity, bro. So Bella confronts him about it. She's like, you don't want to kiss me? Do I have body odor or something? You know what this man says, bro. This dude corny.
Because if I kiss you, I don't know that I can ever stop.
Eventually, they return back, and they're like, since we're gonna lose this house anyway, let's just throw a party at it. That's a great idea, guys. So they throw a party, destroying some of the house in the process, and Bella, while drunk, calls her mom, begging her to fix everything. They start arguing, she gets slapped, but don't worry, guys. Bella's mom saves the day by talking to the evil house seller and convinces her not to sell the house. And with that, Bella and Jeremiah finally get into an official relationship. They start dating, they move into a dorm together, and they live happily ever after. See? Just look how happy they are.
You were the one who texted me to come over and take care of business.
Oh god. But let me just cut to the chase, man, because from here the story just gets so repetitive. Belly finds out that Jeremiah cheated, but it was during a break, and she's talking about some they weren't really broken up. Like, what? I don't even know who I'm making this video about, because Bella's behavior is ridiculous. If Jeremiah thought you guys broke up and slept with somebody else, that's different. But if you guys were on a break, yeah, he's in the wrong, I ain't gonna lie. Because if you're on a break, you at least plan on getting back together eventually. But don't worry, they eventually make up, and this dude Jeremiah, oh my god.
Would you?
Yes.
You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Bro, this is such a hard watch, bro. I know they're supposed to be happy, but like, I can't watch.
Will you marry me?
So yeah, they end up telling their families they're engaged, but Bella's mom is not trying to help with that wedding because she personally thinks they're too young to be getting married. And boy, is she right, boy, because these two are some goofballs. So now it's about time for the wedding, right? Let me just give you the rundown. So remember when Belly and Jeremiah were apparently on break? Yeah, during that break, Belly went to go see Conrad at the house. I don't think she knew he was there, but whatever, they still hung out. And then Belly's like, oh my god, maybe I still do love him, oh my god. So Jeremiah confronts Conrad about it. He's like, do you still like Bella? And he cuts straight to lying. So once again, Jeremiah beats his brother up again, bro. And then Jeremiah goes to Belly, confronts her like, do you still love Conrad? And she's like, no, I love you. And then he just calls off the wedding. Bro, this is such a waste of time, bro. What was the point of this? They did this whole thing for nothing. The start of the season was pointless, bro. Bella was out here begging her mom to pay for the wedding, help her with the wedding. And Jeremiah just turns around and says, oh, well, we're calling this off. Like, oh my god, bro. Jeez, bro. Oh my god. Bro, like, I barely have a closing case for this, bro. Like, Jeremiah doesn't even do anything outrageously bad besides shoot a firework in their direction. My main problem with him is he has no emotional intelligence. Every time something goes bad, it's the world's fault and you gotta deal with him just whining and complaining. Bro, nobody trying to hear all that. Like, I'm going to keep it a stack. I made it to the end of season season 2. It was getting so bad and repetitive. I heard what season 3 was about and I gave up. I didn't watch it. I skimmed through it. I'm not watching this, bro. What? Like, bro, she just ends up with Conrad anyway. What is the point of this season? And I was really rooting for Jeremiah, bro, until season 3. I saw the season 3 clips. Oh my God, he got to go. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to get a video out to you guys. You know, I kind of been slacking. I'm not gonna lie. So do your dislikes, your likes, man. Subscribe, please. And my next video is gonna be on Bella. Belly. Oh my, I keep saying that wrong. Whatever. Or anime related. Bye.